Okay, technically this is for day 5, even though it's a day late. I kind of want to talk to you about some of the symptoms I'm experiencing and wonder if you are experiencing, 1, anything similar, or 2, noticing that you're experiencing symptoms of some kind. So, first of all, I am noticing that I am extremely dehydrated. So I'm trying to drink water, and just truth be told, I really struggle with water consumption because I struggle with severe incontinence after delivering 3 children. So I have this sort of aversion to drinking appropriate amounts of water so that I don't pee my pants. So I'm more cognizant of my water intake simply because I'm just more conscious of what I'm putting in my body. I'm also seeing other signs of dehydration and also detoxification in that my skin is extremely dry and flaky. And some of that is weather change, some of that is detoxification, and some of that is dehydration. So to the point where when I pulled my yoga pants off the other day, they were black and they were like white with dead sloughing skin. So I'm going to address what I'm going to do to take care of that in a minute. Other symptoms I'm noticing is my hormones are kind of like, my emotions are very up and down. And I've done a lot of work with hormone function, specifically on myself, and I work with a lot of clients on this in particular. And so I really notice when I'm feeling dysregulated. Some symptoms of hormonal dysregulation are like breast tenderness, pre-period if you're still menstruating. That's a good indicator that you're not appropriately clearing estrogen. PMS in general is an indicator of hormone dysfunction. That means that's not, just because it's like common doesn't mean that it's normal. So what I'm noticing, even though I'm not close to my cycle, is that my emotions are very dysregulated. And what I know to be true is the last month or 2 of summer, I kind of was just like, oh yeah, I'm going to eat gluten bread because it's sourdough and it's fines. And I was eating it regularly rather than occasionally. Same with ice cream. I was eating ice cream regularly, not occasionally. And other similar practices like extra coffee and things that I am typically keep in check, I kind of let go by the wayside. And I'm hoping you can relate to having things in check when you're doing something like this cleanse and then letting things go by the wayside. I do this for a living and that happens to me. So I recognize that is common, and that's one of the reasons I love this opportunity to do this cleanse so much, is it helps reset. And so I'm noticing my hormone dysfunction that I was previously experiencing. I wasn't, 1, paying attention to it, and 2, I perpetuated it by regularly eating foods and engaging in behaviors that I otherwise wouldn't. So here's what I'm going to do to address those things. Number 1, I'm going to consistently drink more water. So that's pretty basic, and taking sea salt with it, which will help with hydration. 2, I'm going to use a dry brush. I'm actually, as soon as I'm done this video, I'm going to use this dry brush all over my body, and then I'm going to take an Epsom salt bath, which is 3. Epsom salt is a great source of magnesium. So magnesium is linked to over 200 chemical reactions and in your body, which I mentioned in yesterday's post. So, and I need to bring my stress levels down. That's the other sort of instigator of my hormone dysfunction, is this cleanse. I am significantly more stressed just with work, not really nutrition, but work with our farm. And that's a whole other can of worms that's really throwing me into a downward spiral. So those are the things that I'm going to do to help clear estrogen, like detoxification, lymphatic drainage, supporting sulfation pathways of detoxification. That's what an Epsom salt bath will do. And it will also help bring my cortisol levels down. And then, of course, drinking water. So what are you noticing that you're experiencing for symptoms? Post them in the comments.